Namaste. Today I am going to talk about the Tantra Sadhana. Now, basically, many people have a misunderstanding about the Tantra Sadhana. Tantra is a part of being like a woman. All sadhanas can be divided into masculine sadhana and a feminine sadhana. The masculine sadhana is the Veer Bhav sadhana. The feminine sadhana is that of the women sadhana. The masculine sadhana is, you see the Tirthankars, you see the Jains. They talk about not eating, they talk about not talking, they talk about fasting, they talk about being brahmacharya, they talk about pulling their hair, and they talk about renouncing all the beautiful things in life. Now that is the sadhana of a man. If man were to do the sadhana, that is the way the sadhana will be done across. Whereas in Tantra is the sadhana of a woman. Now that is why Tantra Shastra, the left hand of God, allows you with all the liberalities. You can drink, you can smoke, you can have physical contact with women, and you can actually play about the life. Tantra doesn't have any restrictions about. Now many people think Tantra is about dirtiness. They think the Agora Marga, the Vama Marga, the Kapalika Marga talks about being in the Samshan and being about the dirtiness, which is not at all true. Tantra is a path of women. Being dirty is also a part of the sadhana. Now many people think, oh, I should be very pure, I should be doing that. Now it depends on the sadhana. Suppose you are doing a Vaishnavite sadhana, you are supposed to have bath 3 times a day. Whenever you go to the toilet, you are supposed to have the bath. That is how your sadhana will become more and more pure. The niyama, the nishtha of the sadhana is very, very different in the tantric sadhana. First of all, Tantra believes in opening the vortex. Tantra sees God is nothing but opening the divine light vortex. Now the divine light vortex can open in terms of black or it can open in terms of white. There are only 2 vortexes in the entire thing across. So if you were to understand the vortexes, then you will be able to easily understand the sadhana across. Okay. Please cut it off. Then there are 2 kinds of sadhana in life, the black vortex sadhana and the white vortex sadhana. The black vortex sadhana is nothing but it talks about the vortex opening. The vortex opens at 2 levels. One is when a man and a woman mates. When the law of opposite meet, the vortex opens up. The vortex also opens up at the time of death. So Tantra uses the 2 poles of life to enhance your sadhana. They say death and they say life is the beginning and the ending of life is a very, very important thing to merge yourself with the higher consciousness. Now, without understanding this, now many people try to do the Tantra Sadhana. The other important thing is why they do Shav Sadhan, why they do Shamshan Sadhan, why they do sadhana with the lower astral, why they do sadhana with the yoginis. It is very, very simple across because they want to deal with the black vortex, the other side of life. That is why Shiva is called as the Bhutanath, the man who holds the Bhutas, Pretas, Pishas, and the Tantra time is generally considered between 12 and 4 in the night. The time in which the time moves into the white vortex and into the black vortex, and the time actually touches the lower astral world between 12 to 4 as a person. Now this is considered as a very auspicious time to tune to a reality. Now Tantra believes in astrology. Tantra believes in the time of the sadhana because it is very, very important that you can travel faster. If you are going to be against the current, if you are going to be against the current of time, it will be very, very difficult to do the sadhana. That's why Tantra believes in using the time in the sadhana. They will say you have to do in the Ashtami, you have to do in the Navami, it is Durga Navami, Durga Ashtami. Like that they will be talking about it. So please understand, Tantra has to be practiced with the knowledge of astrology, with the knowledge of Ayurveda. It is a very, very feminine path. It does not reject or it does not accept something. The other point of it, Tantra is like a Rishi sadhana. You don't need to renounce life in Tantra. Tantra says use the very poison which is giving you a lot of trouble. It is not the money which is giving you the trouble. The greed of money is giving you the trouble. It is not the speech which is giving you the trouble. The intent behind the speech which is giving you the trouble. It is not love which is giving you the trouble. The possessiveness behind the love, the expectation behind the love gives you the trouble. So Tantra says stay in the life, be in the life. It will help you to travel faster towards God. Now you are trying to live life, you are trying to be a cloister, it will be too difficult for you to do the sadhana. Now once you understand this concept in Tantra, it will be very easy. The other fundamentally very, very different concept in Tantra is that of the black vortex. It talks about Rudra, God as Rudra, God as Kopa. Now the main thing is, Milarepa says you have to do practice all sadhana by arousing the compassion into your life across. So when you are doing Tantra sadhana, you should not do it for the sake of you. You should do it for the sake of humanity, for the sake of family, for the sake of country. It is like Prime Minister of the country. He says, I am not working myself, I am working for the world. I am not working for this, I am not working for that, I am working for the world. There is no more selfishness. When you do Tantra sadhana with selfishness, you will not be able to travel a long distance into your life. That is why Tantra sadhana done wrongly becomes black magic. Tantra sadhana done right actually becomes very, very good across. The other point of it is, sexually it is very, very difficult because there is so much of energy pouring in. Actually you want the women to conceive. So when you are doing Tantra sadhana, it is very important to control your sperm with the help of your will across. That is how you will be able to do the Tantra sadhana. If you are allowing the sperm to leak, you cannot do the Tantra sadhana. So the first most important qualification in Tantra sadhana is you do not use sex as a point of pleasure, but you use sex as a point of liberation, sex as a point of growth. Same way, you do not try to sleep in the night. When you do Tantra sadhana, you cannot sleep in the night. And for Tantra sadhana, women becomes the guru. The women, now you take the great life of Saraha, he had the women as the guru. And normally the younger women becomes a guru. That's why you have the Bala, Tripura Sundari, Sadhana and all. The other point is, it talks about destruction of life. It talks about death, it talks about disease, it talks about Rina. Now, the man who did the Tantra sadhana at his very best is Moses. He opened the death vortex. Tantra sadhana is about opening the death vortex. The moment he opened the death vortex, there was a lot of pestilence, which means a lot of insects came inside. Then there was a disease, and then finally it ended up death. And the greatest miracle was the splitting of the ocean into the Red Sea into two, and that's how they walked across. So the most important in Tantra sadhana is opening the death vortex. That is why normally people do the prayer to Mahakal. Mahakal means it is about the great time. The great time is nothing but the death time. That is why many people say we cannot face Mahakal, because how can you face death? The moment you face death, you die. Your ego annihilates and you will completely get yourself vanquished. So you should be willing to die to be reborn. That is the secret of Tantra sadhana. That's why Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, "Oh Devi, if you don't give the vision, I will cut my head into two. So the point with the Tantra Sadhana is you will go into extreme, and there will be extremes of emotion. That is why many people cry and weep. It is a kind of a bhakti marga. Tantra is not only a technique, but a technique practiced with passion, practice with wholeheartedness. So that's why Tantra does not believe in these kind of things across. So when you're doing Tantra Sadhana, remember women. You have to love like a woman, you have to live like a woman, and you should appreciate life like that of the women. Now, this is very, very important in the Tantra Sadhana. Now, many people don't understand this. They can't love, they are not compassionate, they think it's about drinking, it's about smoking, it's about addiction. Actually, it is the reverse. You can practice Tantra by doing yoga. You can practice Tantra by doing Shat Kriya. It is called Sutta Saiva Sanmargam. It is called as the pure black vortex path that is also available in the thing. Tantra talks about the Kala Chakra Tantra, how the time behaves in the physical reality as a person. Therefore, please understand, Tantra is not about enjoying life. Tantra is not a license to drink, smoke, have sex with many women. It is about Rasa Leela, where you become like a Veer, you control the sperm element, where you become really as a genius. I really wish many people would understand Tantra. There are a lot of Tantra books which are available, a lot of Tantra scriptures which are available. Kula Chudamani Tantra, Guha Samaja Tantra, Chakravamsa Tantra, Kala Chakra Tantra. But all these Tantra has to be practiced with compassion for the welfare of the others. The Moses wanted to liberate those Jews. That is why he opened the black vortex across on the Pharaoh. Beyond this is not Tantra. And also remember, all life is an illusion. The illusion can break in the white path or a black path. The white path will take little longer. But if time itself is an illusion, if the soul is ready, the enlightenment will happen. So please understand about this in Tantra. You will have a lot of clarification. You will be free of misunderstanding, and you will be able to practice effectively. Thank you so much. For 15 minutes,